everyone. My name is Matt Gorman, and I'm here to present to you my poem. It is called "She Carved His Heart and Carried It on Her Hip." The origin of this piece comes from my first relationship, and when I say my first relationship, I mean that in the sense that it was a true love first relationship. And the purpose of the piece, the purpose of the poem, is to show my audience, my readers, that the first love is just that. It is the first. There is a long, long line of lovers. And that is the message that I was trying to convey. And now I'm going to read you the poem. She carved his heart and carried it on her hip. My father once said that the first love is the sweetest, detailing the high school sweetheart stay with me forever feeling. I bet his remarried widowed wife would disagree. Now I know, and so for me, I take what he means and declare my delayed epiphany of his subconscious word choice chosen first, the indication of more to come. And so I said goodbye to the first, because I've tasted that heroine's nectar through a heroin needle in the hand and felt nothing. Felt nothing as her blood turned cold, frozen from her fingertips to the left nipple on her chest, the center target of her heart stone. There was a time when they built and not destroyed these hands, when I penetrated her innocence so kindly with one unearthing finger only, to discover and find love lost in sex, the presence of another who had already been here before, who left his heart on her hip as his mark. Some things I revised about my piece comes from a lot of the advice from the workshops that we did. One of the things I included was the backstory of the father and the mother. I included that because the father presents the idea of the poem that the first love is the sweetest, but I included the detail about the mother remarrying after her husband's death to show that, to present the idea that the first love is not the first, that you move on eventually or just find some other partner, because another theme in this is that human nature, no one wants to be alone, always find someone. And some things I learned from Burraway, things I liked about Burraway, was that her comments on alliteration. I like to use a lot of alliterations. It's one of my favorite techniques. And consonants. I use my alliterations with the remarried widowed wife would disagree, the emphasis on the W's. I feel like alliterations and consonants help a poem flow better and transition between word to word and stanza to stanza. And one of the things I learned from Burraway is that capitalization is a very, very important and significant technique to use and not use when writing poetry, because in my first draft I sort of used like the autocorrect on Word and left things capitalized, and then when I paid more closer attention I learned that you shouldn't capitalize things that don't need to be. So in my second draft I only capitalized things that indicated a new thought process within sentences so that they flowed better between lines and lines. Some things that confused the reader was the heart on the hip thing, and that comes from a personal experience along with another thing I'm about to explain. But the personal experience of the heart on the hip was that my first love, after she left her previous love, carved a physical heart on her hip to symbolize her first love. And that supports the theme that the first love is the sweetest, because she needed to symbolize and carry with her the love that she once had. But it also shows, it supports the theme that a love is there's only one first love, and then you get more lovers as you progress through life. And I did that. I included that at the end when the speaker of the poem finds that heart and then leaves her, because he notices that he was not the first, as his father would once, as the father once described. And that's it.